secret to goal setting for Christian entrepreneurs, kingdom entrepreneurs, people of faith is revealed. Success does not come from a desire, a feeling, or knowledge. It is not from the elite or academic, nor is it based on ignorance. But guess what, y'all? It does come from failures, success, sweat, sleepless nights, and a desperate desire to achieve. The possible difference between people who succeed and others is that they have prayed, tried, tested, cried, and did every ideal and principle that was suggested to them. And it is only by faith, ideas, mentors, books, videos, and themselves that they have succeeded. The secret is not to expect a miracle by setting goals. A miracle has already been performed the day that you were born. It is your very existence is the miracle. But you can't fulfill a miracle by testing, trusting, believing, and having faith and adopting these 7 goal setting principles that we're going to share with you today as part of your life. You will discover early in my live today a very secret element that is rarely discussed in talks when it comes to goal setting. And understanding the implication of that, you may identify with some of the words first written by a successful man, Paul the apostle, who said, I discipline my body like an athlete training it to do what it should. I go on to share with you today, guys, that I hope that you will find these 7 steps that we'll share with you on goal setting and the will to kindle and light your flame, if I can talk today. I expect and even hope that many of you will take decisive action and avoid wasting time on frivolous activities and words of embellishment. Finally, I hope I achieve my goal in going live by turning you, the listener, into a motivated kingdom achiever. That is the ultimate goal. Today's scripture is 1 Corinthians 9:27. Says, I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should. Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I myself might be disqualified. So even if you're on here and you want to build a business that's based on biblical principles, and you have that business idea or you're searching for that idea, you don't want to lose out on that. And that's why we show up. My name is Cathy McReynolds. I'm the founder of Bible Business Academy. And our goal is to help you build business with biblical principles. And in these lunch and learn sessions, we're going to be talking to you about how to grow in faith, how to grow in your finances, and how to grow your business, and also have some fun while you're on that journey. So grab a pen, grab a paper, let us know where you are tuning in from. Also, let us know what type of business you have or you would like to have as we go ahead and dive into that sessions. And make sure you go ahead and put that in comments and just let us know if you're catching this during the live and replay. And guys, make sure you hit that share button so that anybody who wants to grow a business based on biblical principles, they can get that information as well. And before we dive in, I just want to let you know, guys, you can pick up a copy of our book, Bible Business Secret. You can get that on at BibleBusinessAcademy.com/book, or you can head over to Amazon. And you can also get a copy of our planner called Believe and Grow Rich. So you can go over there and pick those up as well, or go to believeandgrowrich.org. So let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. We're going to talk about, at last, the secret to goal setting for Christian, for kingdom, for faith-filled entrepreneurs. It is going to be revealed. So are you ready? Grab your pen, grab your paper, and let's get started. So I'm going to give you 7 steps. So I want you to write each of these down. And more than just writing them down, I want to make sure that you make a decision, as I said earlier, to implement them, to activate them into your daily life. When you do that, it will change that. And this planner, Believe and Grow Rich, has these steps in there, so it will help you with that. You can just get a copy of that. Number 1, you have to read the word, pause, and pray. Read the word daily, pause, and pray daily. Remember when I said I'm going to reveal the secret early? That right there, if you learn to read and meditate, God said meditate on his word both day and night. So if you learn to read, pause, and pray every single day, read, meditate, and pray, however you want to say it, every single day, read the word, okay, the Bible every single day. I promise you, your life will change. Things will be completely different from you for you, but you have to make that decision. So that is step number one in goal setting. Secret out the door, revealed up front will change you. And this is the thing that people don't talk about. They don't talk about God and the one who created us, the one who has all the ideas, who give them to us, who we're here for his purpose in order to make this happen and get it done. So don't forget that it is the most important part, because I promise you, if you even start there and these other 6 steps that I give you, if you don't even utilize, you got to utilize it. But I promise you, all your answers are right there in the word. Not from me, not from anyone else. You can get them right from the word. So number 2, you want to have a CCMP. We call that a clear, concise mental picture. A clear, concise mental picture of exactly what you desire, of that dream that you have, of that business that you want, what you want it to look like, the people you want to help, the people you want to serve. And guess what? In this clear, concise mental picture, it must be written down in print with pictures. That's the key. It has to be written down in print with pictures. It just can't be an idea in your head. You have these ideas that you have in your head, and then we forget about them. We don't even think about them anymore. So if that idea pops in while you're driving or while you're sleeping or while you're doing something, just text it to yourself, or talk it into your phone. Everybody carries these iPhones around with them, these smartphones, to make it smart for you. And then once you get that idea, take it and put pictures around it, what it looks like. You can grow it over time in terms of how it's going to develop, but start out with some pictures just so you can get that idea. It's something about connecting the mind with the visual that will give you an idea to make it happen. And they must be an emotional goal, an obsession, not a mere wish. It has to be something that stirs your soul. You're not going to go for it if it does not stir your soul. It has to wake you up when you in the morning. Like, you don't need an alarm clock. You don't need anything to get you going. It's just that goal, that burning desire to achieve that is more than a wish. It's like something you just have to get done. The first step is the most difficult. Most people don't take it. Consequently, they fail to reach their goals and dreams. And that first step is to read the word, to pause and pray. And the second step is a vital important as well. That's that CCMP, that clear, concise mental picture. And it has to be very, very specific, and it must be powerful and purposeful. And that's the whole key. When you're a kingdom entrepreneur, we want to help you develop purposeful goals, the ones that God sent you here to do. So make sure that you're implementing that. Number 3, y'all, is the price you're willing to pay. You can't have anything if you're not willing to give up anything. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, guess what? You're going to get the same results. So what you did yesterday, last week, last year, last month will give you the exact same results. So you got to look and see if you already are following number 1 and number 2. And if not, you got to implement those. And then you got to be willing to give up something. Is it for you scrolling on social media? Is it the fact that you like to go hang out instead of reading? What is it that you need to give up? Do you need to give up some old friends? Do you need to give up some waste of times? Do you need to get up and turn that TV off? What is it that you need to give up so you can go up? Because you can't go up. You can't create success doing things that normal people do. You just can't do it. It won't work for you. Number 3, it has to be stretchingly realistic. And now that's a goal that you can break a record on and you can do your best with. So maybe if you're just getting started and you want to get a course or consultant business started online and you've never done it before, and you're like, yes, I'm going to come on my first month, I'm going to make, $1 million. Now, has it been done before? Absolutely. Is that a stretch and realistic goal? No, that's not. That's a pie in the sky goal. But can you say that in my first month online, I want to? Absolutely. You can say that. You've never done it before, but you can come online and say, yes, I want to do that. I want to make 10 grand. I want to make 20 grand. And then that's realistic, especially if you've already had success in what you're teaching and what you want to help people with. It is definitely realistic. Number 4, is to break it into little pieces. You have to break it down. You can't, you know how they say, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? Well, hopefully you don't eat an elephant. You shouldn't eat an elephant. But how do you put together a puzzle? You know, everybody can relate to a puzzle. You don't just take the puzzle and dump it out the box and it magically comes together. You put together a puzzle one piece at a time, and setting a goal, building the business is kind of like putting together a puzzle. You know, all of the pieces exist, right? All the resources that God put here exist, but you have to put it together. So where do you start? In the four corners, in the middle? Like, where do you start? That's the whole key, and that's what we help you with. But you have to break it down into little pieces. And how you do this in goal setting is you become a weekly goal setter and a weekly goal hitter. So you may start out with an annual goal. Once we get that annual goal, we break it down into 4 quarters. Once we get the 4 quarters, we break it down by month. Once we get the month, we break it down by week. And once we get the week, we break it down by day. So it's little pieces. So all you have to do is say, for the next 24 hours, here's what I am going to focus on. And that way you don't get so overwhelmed by all of the things that you could be thinking about and focusing on, and not achieving your goals because you're overwhelmed. Number 6 is set a deadline for your goals. You have to have a deadline. It's like you have a deadline when you got to pay your rent or your mortgage, right? You got a deadline when you got to pay your electric bill, because if not, they're going to cut it off, right? So your goals get cut off, your goals get dismissed because you don't have a deadline. So you have to have a deadline. So it's that simple. Set a deadline for your goal. And number 7, the one that most people never think about and they stop, the second secret reveal, right? They stop, is repetition. So you got to stay the course. You got to X out negatives and you got to X out problems. See, this is why reading the word changes you. When you become a kingdom citizen, you start to understand the peace that you have, the understanding that you have, and you lay all your burdens on God and you let Him take care of all of that stuff. And you have to revise and rework your actions in order to achieve your goals. Just because you put a plan in place doesn't mean that that particular plan, like God said, the man may put together the plans, but He directs your steps. And you got to be willing to allow God to direct your steps and to guide you where you need to go, and just march towards the mission. March towards the mission with that burning desire, with that faith desire, with that desire, knowing that you were created to fulfill the purpose that God put you here to fulfill, and be willing to pay the price as you pursue that dreams and goals, and go desperately get it, and go get it, go make it happen. So I hope that brought you value today. If there are any questions or comments, you can go ahead and put those in the comment section, because this is Lunch and Learn and we want to know and hear from you. So if you're catching this during the live or replay, you can let us know on that. If not, let me see. I don't see anything. Guys, don't forget, go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com, BibleBusinessAcademy.com, where you can learn more about how to build a business with biblical principles. You can just read somewhere around here and it'll give you the links in the comments. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Okay, so hit that subscribe and like button, and also on Instagram while you're here, or Facebook. I don't know where, LinkedIn, wherever you're watching that, just hit that follow button. We're on a lot of different channels here, so make sure you go hit that follow button. And we're excited. You only got 2 more months in the year left, so make sure that you end it in the most fantastic way possible, filled with faith, filled with determination, and filled with success. So appreciate you guys. I don't see anything here, so we're going to go ahead and head out. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.